What's up, guys? It's your boy Straw David, and today we are going to be looking at a manga that they call Brutal.
Suzy was a young boy when he committed a horrifying crime. He murdered 2 girls and cruelly sent their body parts to their parents. Now, after 18 years, he has been released from prison. He appeared on TV, crying and saying he was deeply sorry and wanted to apologize to the victims' families. But the truth was, Suzy hadn't changed at all.
Of course, after spending 18 years behind bars, you still come outside and you are still harboring the same feelings. You are still the same person.
Just another act for the cameras. One day, when he reached his apartment, he saw a huge crowd gathered outside, angry and demanding justice. To avoid the chaos, Suzy slipped into a quiet, dark alley and tried to call his lawyer for help. While he was making the call, someone suddenly appeared behind him and knocked him out. When Suzy woke up, he found himself tied to a chair. In front of him was a TV playing a horror film, The Exorcist.
Wow.
His kidnapper was Chief Dam, who was just a normal investigator. Chief Dam stepped forward with a chainsaw and said, "Around 80,000 people go missing every year in Japan without a trace. If you disappear, no one will bother looking for you." With that, he turned on the chainsaw and slowly began cutting into Suzy's arm. Suzy screamed in pain, blood pouring from the wound. He asked if Chief Dam was doing this for revenge or for money. Chief Dam simply replied, "I just want to do something good." Suzy eventually passed out from the intense pain and blood loss. When he regained consciousness, he was placed in front of a mirror. What he saw shocked him. Both his arms.
Bro lost all his limbs, and he didn't even chop it, like, let me say, accordingly. He purposely did a bad job. Like, imagine, like, okay, he gave him a clean cut at the shoulder and at the hip. Then at this one, he cut it below the knee, and this other one at the elbow. At this point, Detective Dan is just different, bro.
Arms and legs were gone. Chief Dam stood beside him and showed him a Christmas tree made from Suzy's own severed legs.
Ah, come on
then,
now.
Chief Dam took a photo of him. Moments later, Suzy died from blood loss and unbearable pain.
I mean, of
Yasuno
course.
was just a college student when she went out with her classmates for a party. At the party, they played a batsu game, where the loser had to drink a glass of beer. Unfortunately, Yasuno lost and had to drink. After she got drunk, boys took her to a hotel room and did horrible things to her while she was barely conscious. When Yasuno woke up, she filed a case against them.
Okay, see, off topic though, I don't really understand what people actually like find arousing about like forcing yourself on a woman. It's one of the most, like, the lowest of the lowest things you could do. And then you're not like, it's not that just one person, it's multiple people at a time. All of you are in a room, you all look at each other, and it's crazy, guys. It's disgusting.
But soon after, she was forced to drop it. They threatened to leak her video if she didn't stay quiet. Chief Dam found out about this through a fellow worker, and the moment his eyes twitched, it was clear someone was going to die. Later, a boy named Ayuma joined Ikwaki's group. Ikwaki's group was made up of some college boys who helped others lose their virginity, no matter how dark the method. Ayuma was desperate and wanted to try something wild. So Ikwaki repeated the same thing he did to Yasuno. They kidnapped another girl, and gave Ayuma a chance to do as he pleased. But there was a condition. If Ayuma ever found a girl he liked, he had to share her with the group. Eventually, Ayuma fell in love with a co-worker. Because of that, he decided to leave the group and live a normal life with her.
Okay, so that means he actually did the deed with the gang the first time when they caught another girl. But now that he actually finds somebody that he cares about, he's trying to run away so that he will not have to share the girls with everybody in there. I don't think they will allow this.
He informed Ikwaki, got his permission, and left, promising never to expose anything. But one night, while walking with his girlfriend, a van pulled up and kidnapped them both.
Like I said,
it was all part of Ikwaki's plan, to teach Ayuma what happens to those who betray him. Right in front of Ayuma, Ikwaki and his gang abused his girlfriend. Afterward, broken and devastated, she tried to end her life, but failed. When Ayuma found out what had happened, he lost control. He
is that an axe? Bro took an axe.
Stormed into the group's hideout with a hammer and killed every last one of them. Ikwaki tried to escape, but Chief Dam appeared and—
How? Where did he come from, bro? I swear, this guy appears in the most random places, and I feel like this guy doesn't just like actively seek out these people. He just encounters them by pure chance, like Christmas, like when you just like, oh, I would have really loved to, then all of a sudden, a platter of gold. Here you go, bro.
Blocked his way. Later, Ikwaki woke up in a dark place.
Oh, bro,
he was naked
ass
and
up
tied
in
to
the
a
air.
table. Chief Dam stood before him. holding a cross covered in sharp spikes.
No. We cannot be serious. We cannot be serious, though. I know, like, the guy's like a scumbag and everything, but I mean, like, yo, we all know where this is going. We already know where this is going, bro. Like, it's just painful. Like, my entire body is just like, it's squeezing. It's just crumbling at the sight of this thing. It's terrible.
Without hesitation, he inserted it into a Quacky's hole and thrust it in and
no lube, no baby oil, just
out. Over 650 times.
600!
In the end, Ikwaki died from the unbearable pain and blood loss. This man is Masaharu, a self-righteous journalist. One day, he showed up at a house holding a microphone. A frightened woman opened the door. Masaharu had come because her son had committed a mass murder. Without knowing the full truth, Masaharu falsely reported on live television that the woman had abused her son and that her mistreatment had turned him into a killer. Though none of it was true, Masaharu spread the story everywhere. Unable to cope with the judgment and hate from society, the woman ended her own life.
See, I know, like, being a journalist is like a very noble cause, especially when you're like trying to actually expose the evil that people do and bring certain sad situations to light. But when you start crossing that line of trying to get engagement, clicks, people go out of their ways to actually falsify incidents, to just paint anybody they want to paint as bad, and you get, like, they even go as far as to even like place evidence. It's that serious, bro. All because you're looking for clicks and engagement and you want to get, like, noticed by big companies and the rest. And it's not like they're getting the most money. It's still the news, the publishing companies that get the big bucks. They just get like a percentage, or they get promoted at the most. It's just crazy, just crazy.
She also had a daughter. The girl was seen crying, clutching her mother's photo when Masaharu arrived again. This time insulting her mother, calling her a poison who raised a murderer. At school, another situation was unfolding. A group of girls was bullying their math teacher, and the leader of this group was Masaharu's daughter. One day, the teacher, pushed to the edge, accidentally shoved her in self-defense. Soon after, Masaharu stormed into the school and accused the teacher of physical abuse.
Come on now. See, I'm from Nigeria. Like, all my life, I don't think I can remember, like, not being beaten in school. When I was in primary school, when I was in secondary school, I was a very stubborn child. I remember, like, I was a very stubborn child. I don't read. I, like, mess up my assignments. I didn't do a lot of things when I was in school, bro.
Without solid proof, he broadcast the story live, demanding strict punishment. Because of the public outrage, the teacher was harassed non-stop outside his home. Overwhelmed and hopeless, he killed his wife and then took his own life. Later, it was discovered that the teacher had left behind clear evidence on his laptop, showing how he was being bullied by students.
Then why didn't he post it? Why didn't he post it then? Why did he not post it? Rather than...
When this was revealed to the public, the same girl who had led the bullying, Masaharu's daughter, was now being labeled a murderer. Crushed by the hate, she eventually ended her life too. When Chief Dam learned that Masaharu only reported one-sided stories and misused his position, his eyes twitched. You know what that means.
Yes.
One day, while Masaharu was driving...
you know the messed up part? The Masaharu of a guy does not even care that he just lost his daughter. That is his child. He doesn't care that she actually, like, died, like, she, like, ended herself and all of that. Like, she just took out her reboot card and stuff like that. He is chilling. He is just chilling. His life, it looks like he's actually living a nice life. From the car here, it's actually a very, like, exotic car. It looks luxurious, so I guess it pays well. But still, he is an ass. That's right, he's a big hit. In fact, there are quite a few teachers that have been bullied by these students but were covered up by the schools. And this guy is just okay with it. It's like, yeah, it is what it is. We move.
Chief Dam kidnapped him. When Masaharu woke up, he found himself tied to a chair with Chief Dam standing in front of him. Without saying a word, Chief Dam poured acid onto Masaharu's face.
Yes.
Then, he forced him to drink acid, which burned his throat and silenced his voice forever. Masaharu died in agony, drowning.
I mean, it's okay, but I feel like he could have still done more. Because you have to understand, this guy was an ass. This guy was a real asshole, because people literally took their own lives because of him. So yeah, no, this was actually kindness to me.
In pain. One day, Chief Dam was commuting to work by train. On board was a man named Oga, someone who deeply hated both children and women.
Why?
During the ride,
Why?
a young mother stood nearby holding her crying baby. Annoyed by the noise, Oga began criticizing the woman, accusing her of being inconsiderate and disturbing everyone.
Wow.
Chief Dam, however, stepped in and called the baby cute, saving the woman from public embarrassment. Later at work, when Oga received a cup of tea from a female co-worker, he made an inappropriate joke, saying she should use her own milk next time.
Imagine that. Somebody that hates on women and children, but he still has the audacity to say his co-worker should use her milk to make tea for him. Like, I don't understand.
Women in the office reported the incident, and Oga received a stern warning from his boss to watch his behavior.
Yeah.
Angry and bitter, Oga walked home through a crowded street. As he moved through the people, he purposely bumped into several women, insulting them and spreading hateful comments. He even shoved into a woman pushing a stroller, forcing her to apologize to him as if she had done something wrong. The next day on the train, a similar scene repeated. Another mother was standing with her baby strapped to her chest. As she was about to get off, Oga secretly loosened the strap on her baby.
What? Nah, this is just demonic. This is pure evil. This is pure evil, bro. This is pure evil. This guy is hating for the love of it. At this point, she did nothing to you, bro. The baby, you loosened the strap just so the child could fall and be stepped on.
Barrier, trying to make the child fall onto the tracks.
Why?
Luckily, the mother managed to catch her baby just in time, but she was injured in the process. Right behind Oga was Chief Dam.
This is what I'm saying. Like, it doesn't actively go out to look for the people. They just come in front of him. It's like Christmas. Like, we are not even expecting anything for Christmas. It's like, oh, it's today my birthday. Out of nowhere, a gift wrapped in the form of a very stupid human being just comes before your front. Like, it's too good. It is just too good at this point.
Eyes twitched. You all know what that means.
Yes.
Later that evening, Oga went to a bar, ranting about how women shouldn't have rights.
He said that's why old hags and ugly biatches should not be born in this world. They have no rights, no privileges whatsoever. Yeah, this guy has to go. This guy has to go, bro. This guy has to go.
And spouting nonsense. Chief Dam sat silently beside him. Not long after, Oga began to feel lightheaded, but still boarded the train home. On the train, a pregnant woman was standing. Oga figured no one would offer her a seat, but a kind woman did stand up to give her the spot. Before the pregnant woman could sit, Oga rushed in and took the seat himself.
This guy is a dedicated professional hater. Like, this is some extreme levels of hate, bro. Like, he was already rejoicing in the fact that nobody stood up for the woman to sit. This guy was like, yes, nobody's going to stand up for you to sit. Somebody eventually did, proving him wrong. And this guy, just because out of spite, decided to rush it and sit on it. Like, yeah, why? No, but seriously, why?
Soon after, he passed out from the dizziness.
Yeah.
When Oga woke up, the train was completely empty, except for Chief Dam. What?
Bro, he's chilling. He's chilling. This guy just does it for the love of the game. And honestly, I love Dan. I love Detective Dan so much. Like, this guy just enjoys what he does. Like, shout out to you, bro. Live your life.
Watching him from the shadows. Moments later, Oga found himself tied up inside a baby stroller, placed on a narrow railway bridge. Chief Dam stood next to him, fastening the rope securely. Oga cried and begged for forgiveness, swearing he'd change, but it was already too late. Chief Dam pushed him off the bridge. Then, using a safety rope, Chief Dam jumped down too, and took Oga's picture mid-air.
Nah, he's horrifying me. This guy is different. We all know that Dexter, he takes like a blood sample as like a souvenir and all of that. So quite humble, very minimalistic, nothing too crazy. Baba jumped off a bridge after pushing someone off it, and just so he could capture that moment before the guy finally hits the rock and just goes on, he brought out the camera to snap. This is perfection, bro. This is perfection, guy. This is too good, bro. This is just too good.
Oga hit the rocks below and died instantly. Naoki was a young man who posted videos on social media, doing challenges like buying the entire menu from a restaurant.
Wow.
Despite his efforts, his videos never gained much attention, unlike other successful channels.
Dang.
Please subscribe, guys, he would say. hoping for a boost.
Yeah.
One day, while driving, Naoki witnessed a tragic accident. A school student was killed on the road. Instead of calling for help, Naoki whipped out his camera and began recording. Although the accident was clearly an unfortunate mistake, Naoki uploaded the video.
Yo, social media is a drug and we all have to be careful how we use it. That is a saying that has been proven true time and time and time and again. Because the minute you start to get famous, it actually brings out this side of you that you never really thought was there. And even when you're not famous, it actually makes you more desperate because you want views, you want likes, you want engagement by all means. But selling your soul is not the way, guys. It's not the way to go. Imagine this now. You are in an active accident scene. You are supposed to be helping. You are supposed to be calling the ambulance, calling the police, trying to get everything, like, you know, even if you want to even record everything, at least you're getting documented for the sake of like, oh, see what happened. You all need to be careful out there, guys. Remember, safety first. No. Bro decides to record and upload it and says, shocking video, old man crashes car into sidewalk, ending the lives of young students. Why? And in the comments now, everyone is like dissing the old man. They're saying terrible, precious young wasted because of the elderly, shameful geezer, poor kids. Everyone is now hating on the old man. And if care is not taken, this old man will do the same thing that others have done. He will take his...
falsely claiming that the old man driving the car had done it on purpose. The video went viral, bringing him instant fame.
Wow.
To keep the momentum going, Naoki even went to the old man's house,
Are you serious?
hoping to get more footage. But when he arrived, the man wasn't home. Undeterred, Naoki still uploaded a video, urging his followers to spread more hatred.
Yo.
Soon, other influencers began showing up at the old man's house, hoping to either capture footage or stir up more hate. One day, Naoki returned to the old man's house. Police officers stopped him, asking him to leave. But Naoki insisted on continuing to record and even accused the police of trying to stop him for this.
And then our boy appears on the scene. This is what I've been trying to say. This guy does not just look for them actively. They just fall on his table. It's like on a platter of gold. They just keep coming. They just keep coming and they don't stop coming. They don't stop coming. It's like you get it just happens. Look at him. They are actively telling this guy, yo, go home. Dan is just on his way to work. And he just sees this.
Sake of their own fame. Chief Dam was at the police station and overheard the conversation. He asked about Naoki, and after hearing the full story, his eyes twitched.
Bro is pleased. He is smiling. He's like, finally!
Someone was about to die. Later, on a train, a girl accused a man of touching her inappropriately.
Wow.
Naoki, of course, started recording, calling the man a pervert. The man, clearly panicked, ran and tried to hide his face. In his haste, he accidentally jumped in front of a train and was instantly killed. Naoki captured the entire scene on camera and posted it, earning even more attention and popularity.
Wow.
The more graphic, the better for Naoki's views.
Wow.
It was later revealed that Naoki had paid the girl to falsely accuse the man, all for the sake of creating shocking content. That night, Naoki received a mysterious CD,
and the
all for
fact
the
that
sake
she's
of
trying to act like it was, you agreed to this, you agreed to do it. You don't try to play the guilty, like you are feeling guilty or you feel shame because you agreed to do it. You said okay. You said okay, fine. Let's go get that paper. Let's go get those views. You could have said no, it's not right. Or maybe you were not expecting it to go as far as it did because yeah, somebody ended up losing. Like, yeah, I don't really blame you though.
Creating shocking content. That night, Naoki received a mysterious CD delivered to his doorstep. He played the video, expecting something random. But when he saw Chief Dam dancing on the screen, his blood ran cold. The video was filmed at Naoki's own house.
Ooh.
Suddenly, Chief Dam appeared in person, standing before Naoki. Like every influencer says, "Thanks for watching," he said coldly. Naoki woke up in a dark place, the camera still recording him. Chief Dam then drove a car toward him. The tires, spiked with sharp metal, crushed Naoki's legs. Screaming in pain, Naoki saw the horrifying scene live on a large screen. Everything was being broadcast. But Chief Dam wasn't done. He returned to the car and crushed Naoki's limbs, one by one. Despite all the pain, Naoki was still alive, enduring the agony. Finally, Chief Dam set him on fire, ending Naoki's suffering in the most brutal way possible. These three boys, Tasano, ending Naoki
he just set bro on fire. Like, he didn't even bother to do it. This guy really has different moods for the occasion. Sometimes he just goes like the extra mile to like cut you up, then show you in front of the mirror, watch your agony and all of that. But there's some just like straight up just zoom, just sets you on fire. And now say fire. Like he has different moods, and I obviously like it. Like it's fun to watch, guy.